everybody, what's good? Welcome to StepFans and Chill. Let's not even waste time. Let's get into it. Life moves fast. I'm happy to be here. Thank you, everybody. I mean, you telling people about the podcast, those of you listening, messaging in. I'm feeling quite excited today. I got energy. You know how days are. Sometimes you coming off, man, that real life hit you with the haymaker type life stuff. And then other days, man, you got some juice. And I tell y'all, man, I don't know how y'all feel off the coffee, but when I'm like 4 sips in, yo, I feel like a giant. Like I feel like a monster. I feel like the game leader. I feel like throw me the ball. I'm open and I'm scoring. And that's kind of how I'm feeling right now, man. I didn't know why it was happening. I was on my way here and I was sipping on some homemade coffee. You know, the one at the crib when you can't measure properly and you don't even know how many milligrams of caffeine is in that bitch. And I'm just sipping and I'm like, yo, I'm feeling amazing right now. And I don't even know why I'm feeling this good. And I started thinking about what motivates me. What is it that I put in, like, not necessarily put in my system, but what do I see out there that pushes me? And it's normally hip hop. It's normally creative music, like lyrics that might not be about anything, but when they're well crafted, it's something for me to look at and say, wow. And then, man, I'm on this coffee. Let me tell you, while I'm on this coffee, I was like, man, it just hit me. I'm the motivator. I'm the one they looking at. Every time I do a show, they looking at me and they like, wow, he's doing this. And he's doing that. And look, let me get out of body real quick. Let me just hop out of body just for a split second. Out of body experience. I'm incredibly grateful for what that guy's doing. He's doing his thing, you know, like, you know, he's blessed and things that got, they popping off. They're doing really well. Back in body. But yeah, man, I'm that one. And sometimes you just gotta accept it and just keep going. That's it. You know, that's the most advice that I get. I don't really take advice from people, and I used to, but then the mentors that was in my life, watch this, they stopped. All the mentors that was in my life, and I'm not gonna call them out personally, but they stopped giving me advice. And for a long time, I was like, yo, what's up with that? Am I an asshole? Am I doing something? Am I like, I don't know. Am I not available? Am I not taking their advice and they got over it? And that was just me like overthinking, as, you know, a young artist would. But then I figured out, this is what I interpreted it as. I'm doing well and they're just kind of like, you don't need me. Keep doing whatever you're doing. And I want to say I appreciate everyone who's walked in front of me, everyone who has been light, who's been like a bright light for me to like see things that I didn't see personally. Cause now I feel like I gotta shine. I gotta show people where the light is, and it's entertainment. So I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of whack entertainment. You guys, I am surrounded by stand-up. I love it to the core. I'm an artist in my heart. And when you're not working hard and you just putting up trash, you wasting shots, you on my team and you just throwing up shots that ain't even hitting the rim, it's frustrating. It pisses me off, man, when I know there's no potential. You know who you are. You just up. You got zero potential. We like, why are you doing this? I could have just stayed on stage longer. What's happening? And I wonder, man, like, I respect whatever you win. Sometimes it's a poet. Sometimes it's a rapper. Sometimes it's just somebody with a good voice. You ever hear a singer with just a delicate blend and it just flows off the tongue and you like, man, I'm captivated. That's a gift. That's a blessing. Those things motivate me. And if I could stay right here, like right here in this level of motivation, I keep going back and forth with this. I don't want to change the world anymore. I used to be that guy like, yo, I want to change the world. Now I'm just like, Man, I want to make myself laugh. All right? If it's funny to me, it'd be funny to about 7 of y'all. And that's where I'm at right now, because this changing the world stuff, that's too much weight. You know, I don't really feel any weight right now. The world's kind of light. It's kind of light on my shoulders right now. And I think this is the way I want to live. Right here. 0 weight on the shoulders. Man, I did something crazy today. I was out there feeling, man, y'all not going to believe me on this. You might not even know, man, but this is the wave. I was out there feeling poor, man. I got a whole bag of coins and I filled up the meter with change. Y'all know that's poor people stuff. Don't nobody put change in the meter. Everybody pull out cards. They pull out cards and they go, sit, seek. And they do their card. They hit the little button and watch the meter go up for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Man, I'm nickel and diming, throwing quarters in there. And man, I'm doing it proudly. But I know it's a poor man's look. But it was kind of cool, man. Y'all should see it. I got it in an old cough drops bag, and it's loaded with nickels, dimes, and quarters. I bet you I'm the only one putting coins in the machine. I'm the only reason they got to go clear this thing out. It's because I'm filling up meters. Who else is filling up meters? Who else? Nobody's filling up meters. And that's what I try to tell people about originality, man. You just got to do what your heart tells you to do and stop looking around. Stop looking around. You don't have to do what they doing. You don't have to pull out the card. I'm filling up meters with nickels, dimes, and quarters. Don't forget that. Hey, man. Who's shooting up the club on purpose? Who out there just shooting up the club, man? I want to know, like, I thought I didn't have weight on my shoulders. But those of you just shooting up the club, man, just like, I know I mentioned this before, but, man, I love that energy. You at a different place of life. You know how many people is out there putting rubbers on or, pulling out? Like and I'm talking about the club that's still open. I'm not talking about those of y'all that's in my category that like them real old ones. The club ain't no longer open. So you in the club with a gun, but ain't no music playing. Ain't nobody in there. I'm talking about the club that still got lights and music and a disco ball and that. I'm talking about shooting up that club. Because shooting up grandma's club, ain't no club in there. It's just the old empty building. And you just in there doing target practice. Hey, man, I want to tell whoever's doing that confidently, because it's a small percentage of people who's getting bread, all right? We know it. And if you're not getting bread, man, it's hard to think about having kids and having families and stuff like that. You know, one of you just decide, it's normally 2 of you in a relationship, and one of you are just like, if we don't do it now, it may never happen. And that's the truth. If you want kids, people, just go have them. You know, you don't have to get married. You know, don't wait for you to make this amount of money, because it's never going to happen. That amount of money that you think that you need to have children, you don't even need that much. Who grew up poor? Wasn't that fun? Wasn't that fun going to school with the same clothes every week? Every holiday, you didn't get new stuff. You used to look under the tree. It wasn't no gifts. You remember that? That's why this generation of people who grew up poor, that's why they ballers now. Anybody who's raised well financially, look at your kids. Those of you that had money for everything, everything your kids wanted. Look at those kids now. They don't know how to take care of themselves. They're like, all we have is bread and mayonnaise. I don't know what to do. You make a mayonnaise sandwich, bitch. Don't you know that? But no, because of how they were raised. Yes, they were privileged. They were raised with bread. Everybody didn't have that. It's frustrating stuff out there. Let's hop into it, you guys. Media is weird, man. Entertainment, all of it's weird, man. But it's odd, man. Like scary movies, y'all. Y'all still scared from them? I feel like scary movies ain't scary anymore. What's going on? You remember you used to go there, man, and be a crowd of people? They play that music, and we just jump. And if men out there, if you with your girl, you can't jump first. I hope you know that. If you jump first at a scary movie, your girl doesn't respect you anymore. And she's looking to cheat. She's going to cheat on you. Yeah, she don't want no scary dude jumping because the orchestra played that one strike, that one beat that goes, that one? And you just did that? Nah, men can't jump first. I'm not saying you can't jump. You just can't be the first one to jump. She got to jump first. And when she jumps, that's when you grab her tight. Even if it's an old relationship and y'all not as intimate anymore or anything, you grab her and you hold on to her. And look, guys, here's a pro tip at scary movies, even though they don't really exist anymore. Here's a pro tip. If you're watching a scary movie with your girl, all right, she's going to be leaned a little bit forward. You need to lean back so she can't really see your face. Close your eyes. Don't even watch it for 3 minutes. That way you can't get scared. A lot of being scared is what you're seeing visually. So, just have your arm around her, but kind of lean back. And she's going to jump. And the moment she jumps, then you grab her, pull her in, squeeze her tight. Like, girl, I got you. I got you. But once you do that first, you're allowed to jump. And every time you jump, you just laugh about it. When you jump, you go, ah! You're like, ah, girl, you know that shit. You know that was scary. Woo! That was scary, girl. You know it. So make sure she jumps first. Because if you jump first, man, she gonna bounce. If a woman sees you get scared of a movie, you're allowed to cry. If it's some emotional stuff like Remember the Titans or what was it, Bambi or some shit, if you cry on that, that's cool. They like that. They like to see the emotions come out. That's some real man stuff. Because men try to hold it in. And nobody can hold it in during that scene of Remember the Titans or Paid in Full. You remember when they found out Sonny was dead? You remember when Sonny was dead and he was like, oh, they got Mitch. And she was like, no, what was it? No, they was like, they got Mitch. They was like, no, they got Sonny. And he was like, oh, because he knew that Mitch had the 14 keys. Remember that? And you saw Ace Boogie slide down the wall. He slid down the wall and just utter sadness. And I don't know about y'all, but I cried during that part of Paid in Full. It was sad, man, because it was like, how was Ace going to recoup that money in that short a period of time? My point is, you're allowed to be emotional in movies around your woman. You cannot jump or flinch. If you flinch, she will cheat on you that day with someone at the theater. She'll find some other guys like, look at him. He don't flinch. He don't flinch at movies. Because no woman wants to be with a guy that's holding her and jumping at the same time. So guys, listen. You don't have to watch the movie. Watch it by yourself if you really want to see it. I'm telling you. Have her lean forward a little, close your eyes, and listen. Just listen to the film. And then y'all had the experience together. That's what she needs, though. She needs to jump. And she needs to do all that to get that thrill moving in so y'all can have that little whatever y'all need for your relationship to work. Women, they got to feel. They got to have all these feelings like, I'm tingling, I'm excited, I'm mad, I'm blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, we don't need much, man. You know us. We chilling. You don't have to watch the movie when she watches the movie is the point of this. All right, back to this. These scary movies ain't even scary, though. Like right now, name one right now. Name a movie that's out. It's supposed to be a scary movie in rotation at all times. When we was younger, it was Freddy. It was Jason. And you remember Freddy. When Freddy was out, man, the theaters, man, it was quiet. It was quiet. It was scary. And this is how you know it was scary. You took that home. You didn't even want to sleep because you thought Freddy was real. And he was gonna pop up in your dream with that rusty ass sweater and that dumb ass glove. And you thought if you fell asleep, man, it's about to be it. But what do they have now? I feel like the last scary movie I might have seen was like Blair Witch Project. Remember that? That was like, hey, remember that? They're in the woods. Oh, it was just low budget and they created something. It was there, you know, but I think they going about it wrong. Stop doing the same run to the woods and it's a monster out there. They need to make real life scary movies. Like you on the road in Minneapolis and something happened and you don't know if she pregnant. Oh, that's scary. That's real life. You know who would connect with this? All these athletes, pro athletes, entertainers. Because, you know, they go to the club, man. They throwing all the money up. They leaving with something. Somebody's smashing. And somebody's smashing irresponsibly. And think about a movie about leaving a baby somewhere in Ohio. That sounds terrifying. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Horror movies is what I was into. Now that I'm getting older, those psychological thrillers, man, I don't even fool with them. I don't even fool with psychological thrillers, man, because those, they don't even scare you at the moment. You thinking about them later. And now that I had my edible overdose, like I've never been the same ever since. Like I got anxiety because of these stupid ass edibles. Hey, if you watching right now or you listening, I don't know how old you are. I don't care if you're 38. Don't do drugs. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. It's not for everybody. You don't even have to try it. And if you are going to try edibles, please, not alone. Not even with somebody you love, because they could betray you. Do it in a doctor's office with the doctor and find out how many milligrams you think you should start with. I say no more than 2.5. Yes, I said 2.5 milligrams. You're not going to feel it, but you might think you felt it. My point is, don't even fool with them edibles. Your life might never be the same. I never had anxiety before. I used to laugh at people with anxiety. I'm like, that ain't real. You little punk ass anxiety. Now I got it. Every couple months, I feel like I'm living the same day over and over. That's the scariest stuff ever. I'm like, yo, I had this day already. And then I'll go through the whole day and it'll be the same ass day. You know how scary that is? And then I try to go for a walk so the day will change. But then it'll be the same walk that I already walked. And I'm like, oh no. And then I'm like, should I get in the car? Now I'm afraid to get in the car. Because I'm like, what happens in this story? My point is, you don't have to. You don't have to do that stuff, man. Who cares what the rappers is doing and the people on TV? That stuff ain't even real. You know how many people claim they doing? They not even doing it. I don't know. All right. All right. Let's just jump into something else, you guys. Let's jump into my favorite part of the show. Y'all know one of my favorite parts of the show? Mikey knows best. Relationship stories, you guys. I'm not going to pre-screen these ones, man. I'm just going to jump into it, see what's going on, and dig. All right, you guys, I'm jumping into my favorite part of the show. I love Mikey knows best. I love talking about relationships, man. I feel like I may not always help the person who's writing, but I will help the world. Yeah, I can help people that didn't know they needed help through helping others. Because when you're helping and you're doing stuff in a positive direction, that's all it's going to be is positivity. Whatever. All right. She says, husband and I are both in our late 30s. All right. Married 10 plus years, no kids. Damn. I like it. Sound like they having some fun, you know? Sex has been pretty good all throughout, but has been vanilla since quite some time. And we are trying out some new kinks. Good for you. Well done. You know, man, when you don't have kids, you could try all types of kinks. Y'all can go shopping for nasty stuff. Y'all can go to them places that sell, I don't know, white dildos and ones with sparkles. You can do all of that. But you had kids, man, you can do that stuff too. But the more you're not kids, man, they just roam in the house because they can't really leave. So they just walking around the house and it's like, get out of the closet. You like, why are you in my room? You ever have to ask your kid that? Like, why are you in my room? Then they looking through the drawers like they like homeless, looking for spare change so they could get you to like cash the money in. That's what they want to do. They want to give you cash so you can give them Apple Pay. And like, man, I don't want your little punk ass change. So now they all in your drawers. And this is the reason people with kids can't go to sex stores, because then they going walking around the house with it. What's this? Ma, what's this? And they got a dick that they just walking around the damn house with, and now y'all got to explain it? How you supposed to explain that? How you supposed to explain when the kid's playing with a dick? You know, kids, they playing with their little characters and they ain't having the dick fight, the G.I. Joe. This is Dick Man versus... That's why, man, then they pulling out all types of stuff and you're not trying to lock your drawers. You know, you trying to live the way you live. But when you got these freaking kids, man, you can't get as freaky. But anyway, one thing we are addicted to recently is in the middle of the night, around 2 or 3 a.m., still in half sleep, we start cuddling and then making out. That's sexy. I know about that. I used to do that. I wasn't doing it on purpose either. I just used to wake up, I don't know, like at odd hours. It's just a weird time to get horny. It's like 3:18. I'm like, man, it's happening now or never. And you know, man, when the woman's younger, she'll roll over and do it. It's when she get older and she's like, get off of me. And you like, oh my God, stop answering questions. That thick ass voice. Then she says, we start cuddling and then making out. This is really sexy. Congratulations. I would say right there, stay right there as long as you can, because that's the relationship you're always going to look back on. You're going to cherish that time when you're like, remember we used to wake up 2 or 3 and just cuddle and have sex and make out? That's sexy. A lot of couples, after you've been together long, you don't make out for a long time. You just, like, you still do your thing, but you just kind of jump into it. You know, man, we miss those times when it was like kissing and hugging and all the stuff that started before it, you know? When we have a quickie and fall back, we make out for quite a long time, sometimes like 20 to 30 minutes. That's a long time to make out. I take what I just said back. That's too long, like damn. When we have a quickie and fall back to sleep immediately after. This has added another task of washing and changing the bed sheets daily. How often y'all change y'all bed sheets when you smashing in them? Is this something people do regularly? Damn, I don't know if we were ever changing bed sheets like that. We changed it when it was mandatory. When it was like the kids would jump on the bed, you like, no! You're like, no! Get off that nasty bed! And it was like, okay, it's time to change these sheets. But we could get a couple reps. We could get like a solid 3-4 weeks, depending on how often, you know. Yeah. All right. She says, but honestly, it is totally the effort and worth it of changing the sheets from the satisfaction we both get. I find it very hot and was curious if you think, do other couples, you know, at a certain age or after a decade or 2 of marriage still entertain things like this? You know what? They will now. I encourage couples to do that. Wake up in the middle of the night and fondle each other, you know, and be willing to accept fondles and stuff. You know, that's solid, man. That's solid. You gotta keep touching each other. Because eventually you're gonna argue, because you're already arguing. But eventually you're gonna argue, and if you're not doing that stuff, then it's only arguing, and it needs balance. Every love and everything needs balance. But hey, thank you for writing. That was real cool. Yeah. All right, listen. You guys, man, as far as StepFans and Chill goes, if you are not already StepFan, you know how to get there. Go to bigassteeth.com. You can get more access to episodes. You can see show dates. You guys know I'm going to Lexington. I'm going to be in Kentucky soon. I'm going to be in Sunnyvale, California, Albuquerque, where else? Salt Lake City, Sacramento, Dayton, Ohio. I got a lot of dates coming up. Most of them are on the website. Get your tickets in advance. I want to thank everyone listening, everyone watching, and yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. We making this thing happen, and I couldn't do it without you. Good night. Good morning.